some of the worst affected victims of Zamfara's lead poisoning crisis. Symptoms here include paralysis and even brain damage. In the village of Sumke, 4-year-old Umaima can neither hear nor speak. Her mother, Hajara, says they used to process gold ore at home, and this is how her daughter was contaminated. Zamfara has rich gold deposits. These miners take incredible risks, spending days underground trying to dig their way out of poverty. They bring the rocks here for processing, but there's a high concentration of extremely toxic lead in the dust that's released. Experts say the levels are the highest in the world. A lot of the processing used to happen here in the village, and even now the men are bringing the dust back home on their tools and clothes. For the children, this creates a poisonous playground. At least 8 villages in this area have been contaminated in what is one of the world's worst cases of lead poisoning. Hundreds of children have died and thousands more have been left needing urgent medical attention. Here in Bagega, that includes more than half of all children under the age of 6. This treatment center is run by the aid group Doctors Without Borders. Children receive medication which helps clear the lead from their bodies. This can take up to 15 years. Aid workers worry the government may not have the capacity to take over this treatment.
The State Ministry of Health and the Federal Ministry of Health, they are not active on the ground. There is funds which has been released for medical intervention through the Federal Ministry of Health. Up to today, we have not seen them. And lead treatment is a complicated treatment. It needs a lot of training.
The government denies the accusation and puts the blame back on the community itself.
This is a man-made disaster. It's not a natural disaster. Illegal mining is the underlying reason for this. Lack of awareness is behind it. We can't sit behind and sort of not to take anything, take action. Government will continue to take all steps to protect the lives and well-being of its people.
Efforts are now underway to clean up the environment. Toxic soil is replaced with clean earth. It's slow work, partly because they don't have the equipment that the government was supposed to supply. Medical help can only be given once all the poisonous soil has been removed, and that hasn't happened in Bagega village. Aid agencies and villagers are asking why the government has not been treating this as an emergency, because that's what it is. Gold mining may be lucrative, but lead is proving to be a highly damaging byproduct. As long as mining is allowed to continue, thousands of children will pay a high price. Tomi Oladipo, BBC News, Zamfara, northern Nigeria.